You know, sometimes we get to see some really incredible and amazing homes, and this summer we're celebrating really incredible, amazing outdoor spaces. That's why we are in Wilmette right now, and we're checking out this historic home, and Mary Perlman is going to give me a tour of her outdoor space that she has here. This
is, pleasure.
First of all, we're kind of like just off to the side of the front door here, and already we've stepped into this great outdoor patio. We're not even in the back yet.
No, we aren't. This is the front patio. We refer to it very obviously. This is where we come like when we just want to have a cocktail. My husband, myself, some friends. This is the hub of activity in our house because we are outdoorsy people, and so anytime we can, we love to eat out here, whether it's breakfast, lunch, or dinner. This is where we entertain our friends. This is where the kids will have their pizza parties. This is where it all happens. This is the little hidden treasure of our garden.
It's beautiful.
It's a formal alley is what they refer to it as, and it's truly just a very peaceful place for us to just sit, be pensive, you know, think about life.
Yeah, well, I would be feeling pretty good about life if I got to look at this every day.
It is a real treat for us. I think all aspects of the yard get used, and whether it's just us or whether we're having friends and family over, it really is, especially when the weather gets great in Chicago, we're here, we're outside.
Absolutely, well, I would be here too. All right, the mastermind behind these beautiful gardens and outdoor space is Mike Schmechtig, and not that any of us can really get this by ourselves at home, because I know that's just not possible, but there's got to be a few tips that you have for us to kind of create a similar kind of feel at our house, right?
Yeah, don't sell yourself short. I mean, really, with the right creativity, you can do just about anything in any given space. But what we always try at first is to work with the architecture of the house. In other words, if we have a formal, more traditional house, the landscaping should reflect that. Okay. And if it's more contemporary, then we go a different direction. So you want to make the look feel like it belongs to the house.
So of course we've got a couple different areas, but what I think most people use and utilize most often is this outdoor living space.
Right.
And that's what Mary showed me in the back here.
We broke it into a large space and a small space. And the small space is for intimate dining and just getting together with a few people. Trellises are easy to put together. Almost any garden center or even discount store has them, and you can have fun with the plants.
Yeah. And now this seems to be kind of a theme with some of the properties that we've looked at with you, is that you do separate, distinct spaces within one big outdoor space. Is that something you would recommend to our viewers at home to do in their own spaces?
It's like interior design, where you have a big kitchen eating area and then you have a smaller kind of get-together living room. And it helps break up the spaces. It kind of helps to tell people where to go and where to hang out. And it's also about feeling comfortable. In a big wide open space, you don't feel as comfortable as in a smaller space.
This house has a lot of history, and this is definitely a nice formal garden that goes along with some of that history, I think.
Yeah, and the structure of the garden is a boxwood hedge, and the boxwood hedge is an easy plant to grow and to trim in any shape you want. Here we also used a crushed gravel path to connect the beds together, and that's kind of a cost-effective way. And something different texturally and color than just using your typical pavement.
And of course in the center of it all is that cool statue. That might be a little bit too dramatic for most of our backyards, but would you recommend something like that if you're going to do a structured garden like this?
It makes a great focal point, and it is the centerpiece. So you can use a potted plant, you can use your own art. It's your own personality that you can then add to the garden.
Yeah, well, it's definitely a very beautiful garden that you've done here, so thanks for sharing some tips with us.